Hey everybody, how you doing? You are listening to the That's Fids podcast for a Monday, April 9th, 2018. How you doing? How's everybody doing? What's up? Just a quick little podcast here yet again. Just trying to invite everybody here. So don't mind the long pause and the dog barks. Of course. And there we go. Anywho, I've been listening to some YouTube stuff here and there about college campus culture, blah blah, the same old stuff. But has anyone been following this this whole Scottish YouTuber, Nazi dog guy? Has anybody been following this guy? Because apparently, this guy actually might face prison time. He actually might go to prison for the Nazi dog video that he posted on YouTube. A year and a half, year or two, so ago, somewhere around there. So. Yes, what's this goofball's name? His name is Mark Metchen. It's kind of close to my last name. Weird. But anyway, I never knew his first or his last name rather. I just knew his goofy little vampire last name. But anyway, apparently he might face prison time. For anybody who doesn't know this whole situation, I'll fill you in on it. Basically, this YouTuber guy from Scotland that lives in Scotland, all that stuff. He has a lady that is a friend that is identified as a lady and a friend and a lady friend, and they have a dog together. Well, she got the dog or what? I don't care. They got a pug, a cute little pug, and she to this guy's, the YouTuber guy's claim, he said during this controversial video, he said that. How his girlfriend praises the dog for being so cute and innocent and all that stuff like that. He basically wanted to make train the dog or basically put this dog in a situation, train the dog, whatever the situation is, to make this dog not be innocent, not be so cute and innocent and all that fluffy stuff. He just wanted to be a douche or a dick or a joke or jokester, whatever it was. He said he just wanted to fuck with his girlfriend. So he trained the dog to put its paw up, kind of like you're shaking its hand, but just put its paw up on social cues, that were basically they're basically like he was going to be like a Nazi guy. Basically, he'd say stuff like "Sink Isle" or "Hail Hitler" or whatever. He was going to basically say stuff like that, or And the dog would put its paw up, and he actually did train the dog to do it. And then there's one point in the video where and this is like a kind of a compilation video. If I actually saw the true original video. There's a compilation video to where he was training and he was doing the whole, this is a joke, guys, I just wanted to make a joke here, blah, blah, blah. So, there's a compilation of him doing the whole, Sink Isle, Hail Hitler, and all that crap. And then you see the dog not do anything, and then eventually you'd see it, kind of put its paw up just a little bit. Speaking of dogs, Jesus Christ. Dogs everywhere. Speaking of dogs... So one of the compilations of the video, which was actually pretty fucking funny, was that the dog was sitting on the on a chair watching watching a computer YouTube video or whatever of Hitler doing speeches, and the dog was just like literally staring straight at it, which was freaking hilarious, given the context of the film. Or the film, really. Yeah, it's Schindler's List. Get it? Given the context of the video. So yeah. And then the only thing that kind of makes this video or this whole situation a little bit for me is one of the social cues, or not social cues, but Jesus Christ, why do I keep on saying that stupid word? That's what happens when you go to college, guys. One of those little things he would say to get the dog to do it. What he would say is "gas the Jews," and he'd say in a cute puppy dog, voice, "Is kid gas the Jews?" And that's the only thing that was like, he could have chosen it a little bit differently, because it's a little much. It's too emphatic, especially kind of. I don't know. It's just a little much. Not in the sense of, not just in the sense of, it's a little bit on point, but it's just like, there's so many other things that would have been more funny. It's slightly hacky, the whole gas juice things, and it's just, I don't know. It's a little much. However, what makes this story a little bit more screwed up than it should be was the fact that after days, weeks, months, that video started a trend. And now, all of a sudden, the UK courts got involved because after a certain amount of complaints, this got written as a First Amendment issue. A hate speech, hate crime issue, basically. And so he's been in court for many months now trying to defend himself through this whole situation, this whole ordeal. And the courts are basically trying to punish him as extreme as going to prison. And I've heard things directly from him via interviews that he might go to prison around a year or maybe even more for this video alone. Nothing else, for that video alone. He might face 1 year in prison for his video. So, one article that I found, which was kind of interesting, was CNN. CNN of all people. And, I just want to read a chunk of this, if not all of it, depending on how freaking long it is. It's actually somewhat long, so, especially with, how I read here and there. I won't read the entire thing, but, but basically it's a CNN article by Mark Randazza, Randazza, Mark Randazza. There you go, Jesus. So basically the title is Scottish comedian's Nazi salute dog video was awful, period, but it wasn't a crime. So that title alone intrigued me, so we'll see where this CNN article goes. So here we go. Mark Randazza is a First Amendment attorney and magazine partner of the Randazza Legal Group. Follow him on Twitter and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. The opinions expressed in this commentary are solely those of the author. So it's basically his. So he's a First Amendment attorney. So here we go. Okay, so CNN published it, so there we go. CNN states that a Scottish comedian was literally convicted of a crime for making a joke. Mark Meechan, Meechan, a Cottbridge, Lancashire, everything sounds like Middle Earth here. Like fucking Lord of the Rings. Was found guilty in Airdrie Sheriff County of a hate crime on Monday, which was a couple weeks ago. His hate crime, quote unquote, question mark. His girlfriend constantly annoyed him by saying how cute her dog was. He wanted to annoy her back, so he filmed himself teaching her pug, Buddha, and that kind of ironic, to raise his paw anytime he said, sing Heil. Not, that's just one of them, but one of them was Gas the Jews. He also put the dog in front of the TV playing Adolf Hitler speaking in 1936 Olympics, and he asked the dog, do you want to gas the Jews? Meechan, the YouTuber guy, posted the video on YouTube with the title, Mate M8, your dog's a Nazi. Mate, your dog's a Nazi. Scottish for mate, your dog is a Nazi. At the end of the video, he clearly states that he is not racist and he just wanted to annoy his girlfriend. Sheriff Derek O'Carroll said in court, the accused knew that the material was offensive and he knew why it was offensive. He would have to know it was grossly offensive to many Jewish people. Certainly, it is offensive to many people. It is grossly offensive. It stuns me that anyone would think it is a joke. Oh my God, you fucking fascists. It stuns me that anyone should think it is a joke. Ephraim Borowski, director of the Scottish Council of Jewish Communities, told the court. Ephraim Borowski, Ephraim Borowski, Borowski, director of the Scottish Council of Jewish Communities, told the court. One more time. Certainly it is offensive to many people. It is grossly offensive. It stuns me that anyone should think it is a joke. It stuns him that anyone would think that this is a joke. It stuns him that people would think this is a joke. So the fact that he said this was a joke and he meant it as a joke and the context was a joke, but it still stuns him that people would think it is a joke. So the fact that his words and his actions said it was a joke, showed it was a joke, it still stuns him that people would think it is a joke. But in society that reveres free speech, that has to be beside the point. Oh God, really? Wow, that's not at all fascist. That is not at all the government taking over or the heads of the political parties taking control over the people. The best humor is transgressive. From Lenny Bruce to George Carlin to Dave Chappelle to Sarah Silverman and Chris Rock, the best humorists have used that rich spice shave off from the fruit of painful and taboo subjects to craft their humorous commentary. Whether it is about the cuteness of a pug or how foolish Hitler himself may look when addressing the canine audience, humor and discomfort must often hold hands. Break that bond, and we are left with third-grade knock-knock jokes and take my wife, please humor. Level humor. Take my wife. Fair enough, okay. Despite hearing from Meechan, the YouTuber guy, that the video was merely a joke, he had no intent of offend anyone aside from his poor girlfriend. Well, that's where I say bullshit, because he wasn't merely, he had no intent on offending. Well, that may be true. That's a technicality, sure, but he knew that would offend people. You can't just go gas the Jews and say, "Oh, I was only trying to, to fuck with my girlfriend." There's a technicality with that, but still, this level of extent, hell no. He was found guilty of being grossly offensive. Again, he was found guilty of being, quote, grossly offensive. which is a violation under Section 127 of the UK Communications Act, which